Good afternoon, it's Melanie from Shuswap Food Action up here today at the Shuswap Teaching Garden. It is Monday, and so just so you know, we now have Harvest Mondays, no longer Harvest Tuesdays, and this is just so that we can work in better efficiency with second harvest. Here we use the shed. We have things like our info board. If you ever came up here and you've signed your waiver, you know all that kind of stuff, and you wanted to lend a hand, we have the tasks. There is some information here about harvest days, about how to sign in a waiver. We've got all of this here. We're trying to make it all work really smooth and efficiently. So, on Mondays, you can come up. We actually have people here starting at 8:30. And so you can come up anytime. We say 9 till 12. 12 o'clock means that we've already harvested, things have been sent off, but we also have some other garden tasks. And if you're able to then lend a hand for that, amazing. Because there are a lot of weeds, it's true. And we really want to get this garden looking awesome. I mean, it already does, but really awesome, and grow as much food as we can. And that means making sure that the weeds don't take over our crops, that everything is well supported, that we reseed whenever possible, and we allow the garden to grow as much food as we can. This upcoming Wednesday, if you didn't know, just in 2 days' time, we're having our summer solstice potluck. That will be held at the John McLeod Garden. So that's downtown at the fairgrounds with the log building, the Shuswap Agricultural Association building. We are hosting that at 5 o'clock, a potluck, and then we're following it with our AGM. We'd love for you to just hear what we've been doing. So we're going to do an AGM at 6:30, but the potluck will be from 5 until 6:30. There's a theme, so why don't you check out our website, shuswapfood.ca/calendar, and you would learn more about that event that's coming up. But here, if you're interested in learning more about what we're doing at this garden, we got out the pest netting. So this is a particular product that comes from an online company because you can't find it locally. We bought it in a big roll so that we can cut it to length. This is Protect Net, and it is what organic growers use so that they can avoid using any kind of pesticides. Cabbage moth is one of those very challenging pests because, of course, it lays its eggs. The eggs become caterpillars. The caterpillars then eat the leaves, poop in your cabbage. We don't like that. So we are covering it and protecting it. This doesn't trap heat in the same way that other season extension cloths like remake cloth does. So it lets the UV through, but it doesn't trap the heat. Moisture can still go through as well. We are also protecting our lettuce because the deer have gotten in here. We have fencing. It's up high. It found whatever place that it could get in here, and it was nipping the tips of some of the. It was eating the beets and those lettuce. It nipped off all the tops of, not all of them, but a lot of the peas. It even was nipping off the tops of the potatoes. So we're doing what we can at the moment to protect things. I actually put up just this very fine black, it's like a bird netting for berries. And so I've got this on one side of the peas, but of course we need the pollinators to be able to get through in order. No, maybe not. Peas might be self-pollinating. But even the deer bit off the blossoms of our squash and our zucchini, so that's a problem. And so we're actually going to use some cayenne pepper and see if that might be a deterrent, because it won't affect our vegetables right now. But you can see everything is really blown up since that last big rain, and it's growing really well. Our tomatoes, we need to just finish up some trellising so that make sure that they are productive as possible. The heat has really allowed the basil to come back to life. It was a little bit sort of yellowing, and the peppers, they just need a bit more time, but I think they're going to take off a lot too. So the squash and zucchini are just getting bigger leaves now. The family center is doing a great job. They've got a group of people coming now to do some planting in this area. And there's more signage here now in Sue's seed saving garden. So you can come through here and you can see what are some of these. I mean, some of these plants look really wild. Like the cabbage. I had never seen cabbage go to seed. And so this is really neat to see this year. And so at least then you can sort of see what is planted here and everything that she's doing. She's got the Protect Net on her peppers as well because she wants to make sure that none of those peppers cross-pollinate. So everything has a purpose and a reason. We've got new signage, and Elle Marie has been doing some of her permaculture teaching. So she has these 12 principles sort of dispersed through the garden so that when she's here, or if you come up, you can kind of understand a little bit more of the design structures that are in place. Here we have parsley going to seed, and so we're just going to let that go to seed. We have a brand new bed of beets coming up. And then so you can see we've got some succession planting. We've just planted a new bed of lettuce. Some more carrots have gone in. Radishes we'll be hoping to size up. And then we've got another bed to do for more beans. So we are just going to keep pushing at this here. We want as much food as we can, intensive gardening, intensive farming. Let's share this produce. And so as a reminder, our community does need more fresh food. And it doesn't, you may not think, or you might think you know who uses our community food banks, but the reality is that it's many people. It's families, it's single moms, it's seniors. They need help because it's just so expensive to live, and they want fresh food. Everybody deserves good quality food, and it really shouldn't be this hard. But not everybody has access to be able to do this, and so if we can help, this is what we're doing. If you have a garden and if you can grow some extra, please do share it. The second harvest, you can be dropping off produce there on Mondays and Tuesdays. Check in with them to find out the right time to kind of to work with their volunteers, because remember, they're all volunteers doing this too, right? Salvation Army, you could also be dropping off some fresh produce. And you can always bring it up here too, like on our harvest days. If you want to come up and lend a hand, but just bring a little bit of extra from your garden, please do that. Let's just bulk up that order so that they can then distribute that on Wednesdays. I know even First United, like check in with them. They do their lunches. I'm sure, greatly benefit from having some fresh produce. There's lunch with friends. It's a free lunch and a potluck that happens. Surely there's people there that you could be giving some fresh produce to. Fresh produce, healthy food, healthy people, healthy communities. That's what we need, right? So check out our calendar for when we have people coming up here. This Wednesday, we have our potluck, the summer solstice potluck, and then we have a permaculture event on Saturday at Tasty Acres. Sue is here on Sundays, then we'll have Harvest Monday, and on it goes until summer. Doesn't it look amazing? Check us out. You got to learn more how to grow your own food, and go to the website shuswapfood.ca.